Hey everyone, my name is Ollie Abhain-Ananda and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're very welcome. This is Pleiadian Transmissions. It's a space for any and all human beings, star seeds and light workers to connect with each other. It's a place where I'm delighted to share with you my informations, my channelings from the Akashic records, and various other bits of tips and guidance and advice for people going through a spiritual awakening, or for people that feel a profound connection to the stars and all things spiritual and esoteric. So today I felt like I wanted to speak a little bit about a very profound happening in the Earth sphere, our Milky Way galaxy at the moment. Something that's very hot in the news and the media. Lots of people are talking about this. In my opinion, lots of it is just noise and gibberish. Lots of fakery and propaganda. But there is some truth in aspects of what people are saying, and those that are connected to the stars and the higher frequential realms, and definitely the Akashic records, will more than likely be able to receive what this most sacred arrival brings with it. And of course I speak to what has been called by the astronomers and the physicists and the space centers, 3-eye Atlas, which personally I don't really like that name, because it's been named by people who, for the most part, don't have the best interest of the population in their hearts or their minds. They are definitely withholding information. The fact that NASA cut off the live stream says enough. An action like that speaks louder than any words, in my opinion, because the arrival of 3-eye Atlas marks a turning point in this Earth's evolution and ascension process, because it is, from my perspective, with my information, confirmation that we are not alone in the universe, and we can now tangibly, physically perceive and receive love, support and guidance from beings in these other realms, these other frequencies and dimensions. And the arrival of this vessel, this divine craft, is here to bring an incredibly high frequency of love, of light, support and guidance to all of us who are open in our hearts to receive that guidance, that love. And more importantly, or as important, I would say, this vehicle is here for our planet, our Mother Earth, to facilitate a greater awakening within her as well. So perhaps I should go into a bit of detail as to at least what I've received, the information that I've received from the Akashic records with regards to this craft. It's originally from Arcturus. Arcturus is a star system. It's one of the brightest stars in the night sky. And this craft is originally from there. It was assembled there by Arcturians with the help of other benevolent beings from these higher frequential realms, Pleiadians, Syrians, and Antarans as well. There were many others involved in the design and the creation, the co-creation of this vessel, with the intention to send it to Earth. Now, there is footage out there. Lots of it is computer generated, and there's lots of fake images, fake footage, but you can find footage from, I think it's a Japanese space center or space agency that really captures the physical structure of this craft, if you can call it a physical structure. It does have form, at least. And in this video, this footage, which you can find out there, I found footage on YouTube. There's most likely other sources, and you can quite clearly see that this structure has something very biological to it, as well as very technological. And my sense, my channeled sense, the messages that I've received and the information that I've received, is that this craft is a living organism in and of itself, that it has life, it has sentience, it has consciousness, it has its own will, its own sovereignty. And it's under that sovereignty, that consciousness, that it makes decisions. It makes decisions to move through the night sky. It makes decisions to interact with the earth. It makes decisions to interact with the human population and the animals on the planet. And the technology is an aspect that exists there on more of a mere structural level, also to relay information back to these other star systems, so they can maintain some sort of connection. It's also a way that a certain frequency can be targeted towards the Earth via the technological means. It's more easy to specifically focus energy or light, often using some sort of highly sophisticated technology. But again, I have to emphasize that this is for the sake of our healing, our growth, our evolution. And one of the very exciting aspects about this craft, which I forgot to mention, comes from the 7th density, and it carries a 7th density frequency with it. Currently on Earth, we're vibrating in the 4th density, although right now, because of Gaia's awakening and the human ascension process, we're actually dipping into the 5th density state quite frequently. And sometimes we even peak out and touch the 6th density state, which is actually the frequency and vibration within the Earth and the inner Earth civilizations. That's a 6th density state. And this craft vibrates at a 7th density level, so it's actually way beyond anything that we'd be able to connect to previously. And this has been made so that we can very rapidly go through a profound transformation within ourselves. We can become more crystalline, more of our DNA can be activated, more of our genes can be switched on. We can build more of our diamond body, our light body, and more rapidly evolve and go through this ascension process, which is rapidly accelerating. We're actually at a time right now where the veil is incredibly thin between worlds. We are around the time of Samhain, they call it, in Gaelic and Irish. This time around, the end of October, beginning of November, is the time when the veil between worlds is the thinnest. And it's for no coincidence that this craft is incredibly active around this time right now, and people are definitely sensing its energy, its frequency, its love, and its light. People are definitely curious. They want to know more about it. For some people, it may just be as simple as it opens their minds to the possibility of life outside of our solar system, which is amazing if that's what it does for you. For others, it's another affirmation that they're on the right path, that ascension is really happening, and we can now connect to these beings much more easily than we previously could. So, I also wanted to say that one of the very exciting aspects that comes with the presence of this craft and the fact that it's a conscious, sentient being in essence. There is no, how should I say, the craft or the vessel, the vehicle is not manned. There are no other life forms on this craft, this vehicle. It's moving under its own sentience and its own guidance. It has the technology there for orientation and for relaying messages and for targeting specific energies and frequencies towards the earth, but it's moving under its own consciousness, its own awareness. And because of this, we can consciously choose ourselves, if we wish, to connect our energies to it by speaking internally within ourselves to the vessel, the being, however you want to think of it or imagine it or call it. Personally, I wouldn't use 3i Atlas. I've been calling it something else. I've been calling it AED7D, which stands for Arcturian Earth Dome 7D. It's a way for me to kind of imagine it. Earth Dome, it's quite, biological, and it's from Arcturus, and it's from the 7th density. That's just my wacky way of calling it. And I've been consciously connecting to it, especially in the evening times when the veil is thin, and receiving light codes and downloads and just feeling the love that's coming down from this craft, significantly connecting us to these other star systems, Arcturus for sure, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Galactic Federation, and it's here on behalf of the Galactic Federation to assist us all with ascension, and it's a blessing. It's so beautiful just to be able to witness and see it. There is some incredible footage. I'll see if I can link in the description down below the best footage that I've come across anyway, and you can really see this sort of biological, technological craft that's moving around the earth right now. It's amazing, incredible. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video just to clear a few things up. I feel like there's just lots of misinformation out there. So much is being withheld from us for the reasons to keep us in the dark, so we feel disconnected, or even to feel like there's some sort of hostile presence that's coming towards us from another planet, or there's some sort of hostile alien force. This is all just propaganda. It's just there to try to prevent us from awakening and going through this very profound shift, this evolution. So I just want to share my perspective as I channel it, as I receive it from the Akashic records and also from these beings. Okay, I hope that was informative for everyone. Again, much love and light, and hopefully see you again in the near future. Okay, peace.